Hello friends, it's Daryl. And I'm here on my side today, down on the ground, working on my backup generator. Backup generator is the most neglected piece of power equipment that people own, and when they need it, they freak out because it won't start. Today we're going to do just a oil change on this one and give you some tips on how to maintain your generator so it'll be there for you when you really need it. And all of these small engines like this have a drain plug down here on the bottom. It's usually a square plug, so you need either a 8-point or a 12-point socket to fit it. And this particular one, 3/8 Stanley 8-point, and it goes right on. See, I've got a little pan set up here to catch the oil too, and then putting it in the recycle tub. And honestly, I can't remember if I've ever changed the oil in this generator. I've had it 12 or 13 years, and I would like to say I've changed it before. I'm pretty sure I have, but I couldn't swear to it. It has a low oil cutoff, so if you happen to run low on oil, it shuts the spark off to the engine, so you don't have to worry about running it without oil. But still, the oil gets old, it gets moisture in it, it gets thin, and it doesn't provide good lubrication if you don't change it on a regular basis. Backup generator like this, I would recommend changing it every 2 years. It holds less than a quart, so it's not going to cost you more than $5 or $6 to change it. The basic recommendation, if you're going to be using it above 0 degrees, is 30 weight. I got it sitting up on a board on the back side so that the oil will drain out freely. We're going to just tap down on that. And there we go. It does look awful thick. Very thick and nasty looking oil. I'm going to let it set for a little bit and do a long drain, they call it, or an extended drain. And that's where you let it set an extra long time. You don't wait till the oil just stops coming out. You let it set and drip for an extra half hour. Some people even do longer than that, just to make sure all of the residual oil is out of the unit. I always hand start the drain plug back in. I don't usually put any Teflon tape or pipe thread compound on it. It never seems to be an issue. I know some people like to do that, and if it makes you more comfortable, go ahead and do it, but I just snug it down really tight and call it good, and then double check it, make sure it's not dripping. Now we're going to open the dipstick fill tube. You can see there's a dipstick here. It has marks on it for the full range. We're going to clean that off real good and then add the oil to it. And when you put the dipstick back in to check it, don't screw it down. Just set it in until it's even, then pull it back out. Screwing it down gives you a full reading when the oil's not up quite as far as it should be. We use this small funnel to put into the hole and pour the oil in without me remove the funnel and see where our level is. Drop it in, make sure it's just right on top loose, and pull it back out and have a look. I didn't put enough in yet because I really can't touch any yet, so we're going to add some more. And there we go, right up to the top of the full line. It's hard to see on here, but perfectly full of oil. We're going to put the plug back in, this dipstick back in. I'll try and get it so I can show you. Just very carefully start it by hand and tighten it up hand tight. Don't ever put any sort of gasket sealer or Teflon tape on the dipstick. There's no need to. There's not much pressure in here, and the plastic threads are going to seal it up just fine for it to hold the oil in and not get stuck when you want to come back out. So just a little bit of pressure so it doesn't move anymore, and you'll be able to get it open when you need to, and it'll keep it nice and tight. Here we go. We've changed the oil, we've added the Rec 90 fuel, and we put a little stabilizer in it. This generator, and a full tank of gas, serviced and ready to go. Like a lot of things in life, it's kind of like a metaphor. Take care of your generator, and it will take care of you when you need it most. One of the main benefits of using the Rec 90 fuel with no alcohol is it maintains the rubber hoses and fittings inside of your engine, carburetors, fuel system, because the regular alcohol containing fuel, the unleaded you buy, will tend to decay the rubber from the inside, and big chunks of the rubber hose from the inside will flow through the line and gum up your carburetor eventually. So it'll still be fresh and start your engine even after setting for several months. Well, there you go. Oil change and maintenance on a Coleman PowerMate 5,000 watt generator. And honestly, this generator, along with a cable and a transfer switch, powers my whole house. I have electric water well and an electric central air conditioning. I don't have electric hot water heater or electric dryer or stove, so that's a big plus. If I had those three items, I certainly wouldn't be able to run the whole house on 5,000 watts, but right now I can. But even if you have just a small generator, like a 1,500 to 4,000 watt size, you can run refrigerator, basic lighting, and things like that, so that you don't have to worry about all of your food spoiling or having comfortable lights to use in the house. You can run a couple of fans if you need to. So I recommend everybody should have a generator, unless you live in an apartment or somewhere where you actually can't have one. But anyone who has a house or even a condo should have a small generator that they can hook up when the emergency arises. They've come down in price so much now. I'll put a link to a couple of them in the video description, and you can look into those if you think you might like to have a generator. They're really handy, and I highly recommend it. I've had one for 30 years now. Not that one, but over the course of 30 years I've had 3 different ones, each time upgrading to a slightly bigger one. Well, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and don't let the power outage catch you with your generator down.